Okay, so in the last lecture, we had a quick tour of Airflow UI. Before I go and explain each and every graphical view, in this lecture, first we will run the default tutorial DAG and we'll see how Airflow execute the underlying jobs defined in that DAG. Please understand that in this lecture, we will simply run this DAG without knowing its underlying code. I will simply run it without knowing what are the tasks defined in it, what they do, and how are they created. Nothing. The purpose of this lecture is just to show you how a DAG file is run and how you can analyze its executional graphs in Airflow UI. And please don't worry, as we will be going through the DAG file code line by line in the next lecture. However, before I enable this DAG, I have to make a small change in it. Guys, here the start date of this DAG is set to year 2015, which is 4 years back from now. Since Airflow comes with the feature of catch-up and backfill, so if we run this DAG as it is, the scheduler will trigger a backfill of all DAG run instances for which it has no status recorded. Airflow will sense that this DAG had not run since 2015 as it does not have any data for it, so it will try to run it from date 1st June 2015 to the current date, which is around 4 years of backfill. Also, since this DAG is configured to run daily, and if we do some calculations, it will come out to more than 1000 of DAG runs. If we let this thing happen, our system will probably get stuck, as currently we are on our personal computers with limited number of resources. That's why in order to avoid 1000 DAG runs prior to today's run, we have two options. Either way, we can turn off the catch-up by passing the argument catch-up is equals to false, or we can change the start date of this DAG to current date. Backup and catch-up is a whole separate concept explained next. So as of now at this stage, I will simply change the date. So today is November 8th. Great. Now we are all set to trigger this DAG. So go back to browser, refresh this. Yeah, it is refreshed. Now enable it. Let me check. It did not start. Why? Oh, okay, got it. Actually, it's good. It didn't run, as it reminds me to give you a quick tip about how Airflow decides the next DAG run. So the logic behind how Airflow runs the DAG automatically is, it triggers the DAG when start or last run date plus schedule interval time has passed. So accordingly, if our start date is 8th November, it will run at 8 plus 1 day, that is around 8th November 11:59 PM UTC. That's why either we have to trigger this DAG manually for the first time or set the start date to some previous date. After that, it will run as per schedule interval. I'll trigger this DAG manually. Click on this button. Now our DAG has started and we also got some changes into the DAG table. Let's see them. Starting with DAG runs, it displays us the status of all previous DAG runs. If I hover over this circle, you can see DAG status is running. Means one tutorial DAG is currently being run. This DAG will get a successful status only if all the tasks inside this DAG will reach the successful completion. Then under recent task, we have two tasks which have no status as of now, and one task is in running state. For your information, in this tutorial DAG, we have only 3 tasks named print date, sleep, and templated. Last run is showing us that date time on which this DAG was recently run. This is the UTC time. You can change this in airflow.cfg file, which I showed you in the previous lecture. Okay, so I guess enough time has passed. I think all of the tasks should have been completed. Refresh this page again. Yeah, now this data has been changed. So we have 3 recent tasks that are successfully completed, making the whole DAG to be successful. That was pretty quick. Let's run DAG one more time and find out what this dashboard shows. I'll again trigger it manually. Now in the DAG runs column, we have one successful DAG, which is the previous DAG that we just run, and along with it, we have one more DAG whose status is running. Total 2 DAGs. Last runtime also got updated. Now coming to the recent task, we have 4 successful tasks 3 of previous and 1 of current run. And then we have 2 tasks which are scheduled. Refresh it again. Yes, DAG has completed successfully. Now guys, if you have noticed, the behavior of DAG runs column and recent task column is quite different. You may be thinking that rather than showing 6 successful tasks, why is it showing only 3 tasks as successful? While the DAG was running, we were seeing this success task count getting incremented as soon as they were getting finished. But now it is showing only 3. This is because recent runs hold the data of previous DAG runs until the currently active DAG task reaches some final result. Since at that moment a task were running and DAG as a whole had not reached to any final result, so that's why it was showing us the old data too. But now, since the DAG had got completed fully, the old data of recent runs is removed and is replaced by the latest DAG run data. I hope I made myself clear. But opposite to it, this DAG runs columns behave differently. It keeps the record of all of the DAG runs. So earlier we had one successful DAG run, this counter was 1. Now with this success it is incremented to 2. Same like this, for every DAG run, it will increment the counter of any of these bubbles. So guys, that's the strength of Airflow UI. It provides you the real-time execution info. You can visualize the execution of various tasks in your pipeline at each moment. But it's not limited to this much only, as it has various graphical representations too, which gives you a more immersive experience. Let us have a look at them now.